as a Biafra, when Biafra is restored and actualized, or actualized and restored, as you may call it. Now, the developmental plan of Biafra. I want you to understand that in Nigeria, while the Fulani and the Caliphate has only one agenda: to conquer you, to kill you, and turn you into Islamic State. Biafra, in other words, have one agenda, or even more than one agenda. The agenda of Biafra is to make you a civilized person, to make you to enjoy security. So if you are watching from Twitter, we urge you to please join us on Enter Biafra. You join us on Enter Biafra. I want to make it very clear that, Enter Biafra, our new app to Enter Biafra is going to be ready in a week or in a week and a half time. It's a different app, and we are urging you to watch through the Enter Biafra. It encourages us to put our time, our resources to develop the best place to watch and listen for you. You are encouraging us watching through the Enter Biafra, either the website or through the app. It encourages what we're doing, because this whole thing is being done so that you are not going to be controlled. Because today I'm going to show image that ordinarily you can't watch on YouTube, you can't watch on Twitter, you can't watch on Facebook. So we are going to show that image here today, the image of what Nigeria offers you. Okay? The image of what Nigeria offers you, what Nigeria has offered from the time immemorial, even before the amalgamation of Nigeria, and what Biafra is going to offer you. That's what we're going to do today. Compare and contrast. So, I'm going to take you on the journey of Biafra map. The map you are seeing here is what we call the digitized map of Biafra. If you are watching from Twitter, please, I urge you to switch to Enter Biafra. Go to Enter Biafra channel 2 and start watching from there. Thank you very much. All right. So here is the digitized map of Biafra. And if you look at the map, you are going to see it is digital. You are going to see the state. The state is, in this white, big white stuff. As you see, we have Port Harcourt here. It is going to change to Iguacha. Normally, we have all this state. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to explain to you today. Biafra people, when Biafra is restored, the Biafra government is planning to have underground train. Underground train, this line will be the underground train of Biafra. This line will also be the underground train of Biafra. The train is going to run from Sapele to Obubara, and the underground train is going to have a meeting point at the capital, stopping at Ebube. And I want you to understand that the planning of Biafra have started. The developmental plan to make Biafra the world best city and the world best country have already started. We are laying the foundation. So what you see on this map is going to be an underground train. I'm not going to review a lot of things. It is going to be one step at a time. And then also, very soon, you are going to be following the activity department, different sectors of the Biafra government in exile, as they unveil each each department unveils their own prototype of what they have to offer to Biafra. Today, you have seen that the digitized Biafra map, the foundation for this particular underground train has been laid. And they are going to go from north to south, from north to west, and from south to east. So we are going to have underground train from this location to that location, and from that location to this location. And these two particular underground train is going to have a meeting point at the capital of Biafra, which is Ebube. Ebube is located somewhere here. Ebube is located somewhere here. So I want you to understand that as we are fighting and doing everything diplomatically, internationally, we are already going to work. Our department are already working very hard. We are going to have tram. The tram in Biafra, different cities, will be also connecting, and our main, our transportation system is being designed in a way that you cannot travel from one place to another less than 1 hour, less than 1 hour. And then also our road network is going to be one of the best in the world. And so with this particular digitized Biafra map, the department is going to work already. And with this map, our security, our border security is already being put in place. So for those of you who are worried about our border security and all that, against these killers and all that, I want you to understand that our intelligence system, our intelligence agency are already working around the clock to put a befitting border security to Biafra. That is why we started at this early stage, to start studying and develop the best security, border security available to prevent the entrance of any terrorists from any Sahel and all that. And I want you people to understand that, you will be wondering, how all these things is happening, very fast. It is because of dedication and because we have the template and we have the direction how to get this independence. We are going to fight, and we are fighting differently. What we are doing is something you have never seen before. Nigeria, for you to be successful in getting Biafra independence from Nigeria, you need to do things differently. And that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, because he is bringing a new dimension. You were never there to know what we have on the ground. You were never there when this plan is being made. Just follow instruction and directive, and you will see yourself in Biafra in no distance time.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
We are welcome back. While we are showing you what Biafra has to offer you and comparing it to Nigeria, here is what Nigeria has offered you and continue to offer you.
The Afghan Taliban, we hear, have vowed that they are going to help their colleagues here in creating Islamic State in Nigeria and throughout Africa. So we're waiting for them. We're waiting for them to come. So all of you, get ready, defend your communities, defend your territories, defend your ancestral homeland. Some people are trying to take your homeland. Look at how beautiful Ondo is. I spent my NYC year here. I taught at Akoko Anglican Grammar School in Arigidi, Ikare. I had a fantastic year. Look at how green and beautiful this land is. They want to take over your ancestral land. If you leave them, they will take over. So please, defend your land. Defend your land with whatever you have. Our leader in the Middle Belt, General Theophilus Yakubu Benchuma, has taught us that we must defend our land. This is the only thing we have to hand over to our children. We inherited it from our ancestors. We are keeping it in trust for our children, and we will hand over this land to them in one piece. Anybody coming to take your land, you have to face them up. You must defend your land, defend your community, defend your families. Under international law, it is your right. Our laws and our constitution prescribe the right to self-defense. International law makes it.
As a matter of fact, it is only the Biafra people that have actually done exactly what Dr. Obadia Malafia was shouting about. It is only the Biafra people that have been able to implement the total self-defense, activated every mechanism of self-defense under international law. No other tribe, no other nation, no other nationality in Nigeria has done that except the Biafra people. The Biafra Republic government in exile have made sure that every mechanism of self-defense has been activated in Biafra land, and that is why nobody is coming to kill us. But let me tell you, what you just heard Obadiama Lafia saying was the reason he was killed and murdered. And he is an example of one of those who dared to speak to the power that be in Nigeria, and he was killed. And let me tell you one thing. What Obadiama Lafia said did not start today. Let us go back to the amalgamation document which I presented to you people a few days ago. The amalgamation document. Inauguration of the British rule in the north was in strong contrast. Here, the chartered company, restricted by financial consideration, had been compelled to confine their depot chiefly to the bank of the Niger and Benue rivers. The very existence of any organized government was threatened by the haughty insolence of the Fulani armies. The Fulani armies has been a threat to any organized government. You see, this is before 1914. So when you see Obadiama Lafia shouting about they are coming to take your land, it did not start today, my people. Back as 1900, the British 1914 amalgamation document that any organized government was threatened by the haughty insolence of the Fulani armies. Are you listening? The condition of Borno, where the French had intervened, compelled immediate action. Nothing could be done until a force strong enough to cope with the powerful emirate has been created. I am telling you today that what you are seeing and what you hear Dr. Mbadiama Lafia said did not start in 2023. He was killed last year. Today, it is still happening, and let us go back again.
The Afghan Taliban, we hear, have vowed that they are going to help their colleagues here in creating Islamic State in Nigeria and throughout Africa. So we're waiting for them. We're waiting for them to come. So all of you, get ready, defend your communities, defend your territories, defend your ancestral homeland. Some people are trying to take your homeland. Look at how beautiful Ondo is. At Akoko Anglican Grammar School in Arigidi, Kare. I had a fantastic year. This land is. They want to take over your ancestral land. If you leave them, they will take over. So please defend your land. Defend your land with whatever you have. Our leader in the Middle Belt, General Theophilus Yakubu Benchuma, has taught us that we must defend land. This is the one we have to hand over to our children. We inherited.
Why they are trying and take over your land? It is time I am going to show the killing of Deborah. So your eye on the video of how I was killed. I'm going to show it on last. Streaming this broadcast on YouTube, on Facebook, I am asking you now to change and your video. And those of you who want to watch this killing, Deborah has to. The president who have reported it, and some of you who are shouting "One Nigeria" today is going to be killed if you find yourself in another Nigeria and they find you for blasphemy. You'll be killed like that, because the killing and the Islamic doctrine in the north of whether you are a Muslim or a Christian. So long as you yourself in northern Nigeria as a Christian, family are going to be stoned to death, was never a Muslim. So I want everybody who is watching this program, either in a different platform or either in another platform, and you are watching live, they want to watch how Deborah was killed. This is exactly what is coming if they succeed in converting to Islam. I want you to join Enter Biafra Channel 2. In the next, we are going to show the video. Before that, just go on commercial.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
You're welcome back. While the Biafran Republic government in exile is already putting everything in place to start immediately, Biafra is restored underground, that will go from north to south, from south to west, from north to the west, and from south to the east. I want you all to watch and see how Deborah was killed in cold blood.
Malak, ana magana wai an ce ba kone. Kashe ka ni na kone su ka ga sanana. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, ya dade. Ya dade.
Wala annabi ya wuce baci. An kashe ta sa wuta. An sa mata wuta. An sa mata wuta.
Malak, ana magana wai an ce ba kone. Kashe ka ni na kone ta ga sanana. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, ya dade. Ya dade.
Wala annabi ya wuce baci. An kashe ta sa wuta. An sa mata wuta. An sa mata wuta.
Malak, ana magana wai an ce ba kone.
After they committed this atrocity, killing a young lady, a young girl called Deborah, every northern leader came out and validated it. Atiku praised these people that lynched this girl and burnt her body alive. Atiku praised them. Atiku today is one of the biggest politicians running to become the president of Nigeria. Every Muslim in Nigeria supported the killing of Deborah, but every Christian in Nigeria condemned it. That is not going to stop them from killing the next person if the opportunity calls. So while in Biafra land we are thinking civilization, We are thinking development. We are thinking building underground train. Underground train for the modern city and modern country called Biafra. While we are thinking civilization and development of our land, they are thinking about Islamic doctrine and Sharia law. It did not start today. It started as far back, even before Nigeria amalgamation. Here it is. From the British document, it says, every organized government was threatened by the haughty isolate of the Fulani armies. Every organized government, any government that is organized, has been threatened by the Fulanis. And the threat did not stop yet. That is why next video I'm going to show you will validate the point I am making. The next video I'm going to show you will validate my threat. The Islamization of Nigeria and Islamization of Nigeria posed to you has not ended. And that is why you must understand the reason why you all have to support Biafra and make sure that everything you do today going forward will be Biafra, and give your everything to see Biafra exit. If you are from the Oduduwa, support the Oduduwa group, because this particular statement from the amalgamation document that says every organized government has been threatened by Fulani army. Today, this is what is happening in Abuja. Watch it.
Ndị Sala, ndị Agwoi, sicha Niger, bịacha na cause problem na Nigeria. They are calling it everywhere. Yesterday, I know ọgụ. Ndị mmadụ na-agba ọsọ na. Kana orone. Yeah. Everywhere. Ọgụ. Anụ katara ọgụ. Oh, here this country, president this country also. Yeah. Litter everywhere. Yes, sir. Ọgụ. Ndị Ekeju. Today again kwa. Everywhere for ọgụ na ya. Okay. Ndị police agba aga egbe. It's not a but more than the police are away. One here. If we're going to Torone, can you get a pot of man? Eh? Yeah, I'll go. Okay. Okay. Asking Andy. What was not the police now about the airport? I was those were talk. I was not listening about the airport. When I forgot now, I'm a Peruzos, West Africa, and the Fulani from Chad in Niger, everywhere. Those were talk. I check on your update.
All right. So when you watch this particular video, you find out that it did not start today. It did not start today. Every Britain, in their report of 1914 Nigeria amalgamation, they said Fulani in any organized government, the Fulani army has become the biggest threat. They never allowed any organized government. And that is exactly what has replicated itself from that time till today. Yet, you don't understand the reason why you must support Biafra exit. I want you people to understand that what we are doing now is what Biafra is going to offer you. We have presented our map, our digitized map, and the planning for the underground train have started. I'm not joking. Now I have a question for Iwanyanwu. We were told that Ohaneze Ndigbo have presented Iwanyanwu to become their President General. So I have a question for Iwanyanwu this evening. And I want everybody to make sure that this particular question get to Iwanyanwu. We are going to write to him officially from the government. But before then, I will want to pose this question to Iwanyanwu. And hopefully we are going to get answer from them before our official letter to them. And so, call on Iwanyanwu that there is a question we want to ask him tonight. Because we have been told he is the new President General of Ohaneze. One moment, please. One moment, please. We need to look for the video of Iwanyanwu because we want to, always address people with their own video, not doctored one, because I have watched him lamenting how his video was doctored. So we'll make sure that, here we go. I want you to ask Iwanyanwu, is he still maintaining this position or have he changed?
They are spreading around the country. They have attacked Telugu. Make no mistake about it. The people have an ambition. There is no need making a mistake about, because I read an article on Saturday in Sun, a press statement by the elders president. I mean, he said clearly what they planned. He says that our land is their own. He didn't deny it. It's a press conference recorded. In Igbo land, the land is owned by people. We don't accept that. And then the matter is serious. But I want the kidnapping group. Many places are not, can't go many places.
You're welcome back. All of you remembered the time I called on Iwanyanwu and I said, Biafra people have forgiven Iwanyanwu, or have pardoned him because he spoke, out. And we said, Iwanyanwu is no longer in our bad book. That particular statement remained valid. Iwanyanwu is no longer in our bad book. But I have a question this evening to Iwanyanwu. We want Iwanyanwu to tell Biafra people what is his stand on Biafra. This question is directed to Iwanyanwu. What is his stand on Biafra? As now he has, been selected to be the Ohaneze Ndigbo President General. The government is going to write him officially and the request is opinion. What is his opinion on Biafra? And after that, we will know how to handle him, because we know that every Ohaneze Ndigbo leader is regarded as the enemy of Biafra. They never want Biafra to come. Either they are scared of talking about Biafra or they just want to, to be slave. So, every response Iwanyanwu is going to give will determine how we are going to handle him going forward. So this evening, officially, I'm asking Iwanyanwu, as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, to come openly and tell Biafra people, as a leader and as a President General of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, whether we recognize them or we don't recognize them at this point, we want to know his position. His position, the answer he's going to give to us will determine whether we are going to give recognition to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo or not. And within this week, we're going to write officially to him. And after getting the response, we are going to now know how to handle them. Because I don't think he will want the fate, what befell his predecessor or the other person, to be his fate as well. Because you can never fight against Biafra and remain the same. So we are giving it as a warning to Iwanyanwu that the land of Biafra have risen up and is ready to crush anybody that is going to stop or stand on the way of our freedom. If you are going to respond to us and say otherwise, we are going to release the spirit of Biafra upon you. And Gini Haneme. So if Iwanyanwu cannot listen to this video, we are going to write officially to him. I will give him time frame to respond. If he is now the Ohaneze General, President General. You know, everybody that have stood the way, fight against Biafra, never stay to tell the story. The land of Biafra is taking a very big revenge against all the people that say that we are not going to get our freedom because they don't know the danger that awaits them. I'm going to play Iwanyanwu again and ask him, are you still standing on this ground or have you changed your stand? Let us go there.
They are spreading around the country. They have attacked Enugu. Make no mistake about it. The people have an ambition. There is no need making a mistake about, because I read an article on Saturday in Sun, a press statement by the elders president. I mean, he said clearly what they planned. He says that our land is their own. He didn't deny it. It's a press conference recorded. In Igbo land, the land is owned by people. We don't accept that. And then the matter is serious. But I want the kidnapping group. Many places are not can't go many places.
All right. All right. So the question remains, did he still stand on this ground or have he changed his stand? We are going to also reflect a little bit on Nigeria journalists always serving their masters. I do not know where Simon Ekpa have supported Nigeria or supported P2B, but of course, the propaganda goes on.
It's quite an interesting turn of events to see, of all people, Simon Ekpa speaking in support of Obi, so to say, or maybe in a cover of using Obi and elections to demand rights to the UN to also remind them of the call for referendum. But let's have you react to this.
Yeah, I want to make clarification whether this Simon Ekpa was the one that, I don't know, in Finland, they
the same one
warrant of address?
Yes, one and only.
Is this same person the one that said is the Prime Minister of
indigenous people of Biafra?
Prime Minister of whatever. Is it the same person?
Same Simon Ekpa.
Okay, and this is the same Simon. Also, he is wearing a lot of togas, man. He is wearing a lot of toga 1, toga 2, toga 3.
Yeah.
So in this case,
he also said there will be no election in Biafra land, and also mocked Obi that they didn't vote for him and all of that. So we're wondering why. Who is this Simon Ekpa?
Fine. That is why I take cognizance. To be very frank, later, one thing is true: burning of markets. It's supposed not to be. We know of that. I was also beginning to think of Simon Ekpa to bring maybe very exclusive, new exclusive that will stunt the court. Because I told you that it's before the court now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you now bring the line of that things we are born the same, that is not new to the court. All of us, we are aware. You don't need to stay far and tell us that here. We know it. And it's before the court. I supposed to be impressed by saying this is a new thing, a new tongue of action that I now discovered. Oh, this is why. So good. But be as it may, encourage him, since he's not constant, he's not static, he's somebody that is flippant, he's jumping from one point to another. A lot of people will not take him serious. When you want to do you want to fight or emancipate the people in your own manner anyway, because some people, they do this because of the very peculiar benefits. If they tell you the benefits some people get to become a freedom fighter, people vote money, people donate, and they are in the largest, they live large hotel, and because people think that you will be, sometimes these people are in position to even change themselves at any minute. And maybe he has found himself that, look, the people that he was having economic benefit from, they are no longer supporting him. So the next thing is to now turn to their benefit, to their side, so that they will also have sympathy this time around. So, Simonekwa, please.
To you that the people that was supporting me have now turned to the other side, and I have to switch side to the side of P2B so that they will turn around and start supporting me. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. But you know, all of them have one principle. All these stupid and non-entity principle, their principle is money. Money. They believe you do whatever you do for money. Because that's exactly what they replicate. They do exactly everything they do for money. Some of them do not understand that we've actually sacrificed everything we have, including our life, for the freedom of our people. But you know, they will not understand it now. And the world will recognize Biafra. Then we are going to tell our story. And they are going to know the true story of how Biafra was restored. Because all of them believe that everybody is working for money. They believe that what we are doing is because there is money. And when they come, when the money is not coming, they start fighting Simon Ekpa. When they come, when they request for accountability, when they come, when the money is not there, they will go on social media and form cabal and begin to blackmail Simon Ekpa. Oh, Simon Ekpa is eating money. But they have come and they didn't see the money. Now I want you to listen to this one.
Simon Ekpa has moved from, an unorganized form of, whatsoever he's doing. Simon Ekpa has moved from, an unorganized form of, organized. He has christened it Biafran government in exile. IPOB coming out through Ima Powerful to, distance itself from the group. Yes, many will say this is the but of course it doesn't really it will not stop the group from taking action. Remember that right now this is a more organized and formal group. What extent do you think this distancing or distancing by the IPOB would have on the group, and how serious do you think the Nigerian government should take the formation of the Biafran government in exile?
Yes, I think it's not going to be any powerful if we not stop Simon Ekpa doing what he's doing, because I think he has gone quite very far now, and where he is at the moment now, I think he's not coming back. For Nigerian government, obviously to say, if we judge what we have seen for the past nearly 8 years now, they're not going to move. They're not going to move. They seems to have ear, but they don't listen, and they don't even hear. It's not about in terms of countering the Nigerian Biafran government in exile, but in terms of actually maybe addressing the yearnings or what is causing this agitation. Over the years, the President Mohammed Buhari-led administration has been ruling Nigeria in a logistical manner, whereby they don't actually maybe tackle the government, Buhari or what. Because as a leader, you have to be visible to the people. You have to communicate to the people by yourself, not just through prosy. Because sometimes you see the media aid, Gabashehu or Femi Adesina, on a national television discussing about what is going on. It goes beyond the age, as the leader who is voted in, you need to be communicating and talking to Nigerians. So I don't think the likes of the APC-led administration is going to do anything, especially as they have less than 2 months to finish their government. It will be left for the incoming administration, His Excellency Bola Tinubu, if he's sworn in on 29th of May, because there is still issues in the election. Some people are saying he might not be sworn in. Some people are saying it is sacrosanct that he will be sworn in. But I think Nigerian government, they're probably going to give a deaf ear to whatever that is going on the way they have been doing, because I think they have other issues they think maybe is more important to them, or they don't really care about Nigeria. Because if it is a government that really cares, a section, or someone from the section, it's not the whole Southeast that is saying that they want to secede from Nigeria. There are politicians, the elites, who are benefiting from the Nigerian government. They don't really give a damn, It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the other people who are suffering from this administration that has been developed Nigeria years with independence, because nothing very well. When independence came, we inherited ill-prepared leader who started messing up the country. There was rigging and issues the election. The military took over, and they continue to date, and it's even getting worse and worse. So it's something that we really have to do something about it, So I don't think that the government is going to do anything.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
All right, welcome back. Having listened to that, I want you to understand that the Biafra Republic government in exile has activated 44 departments so far. 44 departments with almost 100 cabinet personnel. And so therefore, this evening I'm going to announce to the Biafra people that was activated yesterday after the election. We have Pharmacy and Laboratory Science Department. Is being headed by Dr. Joy Irobi. We have Transportation Logistics being headed by Amobi Ene. We have other board members, Mazi Edward Emeka Ibe, Mazi Opole Mwadioka, Mazi Samuel Onoha. We have the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Urban and Building and Urban Development. We have Godfrey Ezenwa, Madam Josephine Erewa, Naji. We have Culture Tourism Board. We have the head of the Culture and Tourism, Dr. Ebere Benedict Anyekwe, Dr. Narel Ofoma, and Dr. Victoria Frank. These are going to discharge their duty to the Biafra Republic Government in Exile on culture and tourism. We have at this point is being headed by Mazin Victor Adim. We have our Regional Intelligence and Infrastructural Security is being headed by Madam Ulo Obonna. We have the National Intelligence and Infrastructural Security is being headed by Engineer Solomon Nkwacha and Madam Ulo Obonna. We have the Bureau of Firearms and Missile Defense, Engineer Solomon Nkwocha, Mazi Fanyi Basil Ezenwa, and Sylvanus Ohariako. In our aviation department, Dr. Victoria, I want Biafrans to understand that those serving in various departments of the government, Biafra Republic government in exile, are those that are overqualified. Department of Orientation and Youth Development, we have Dr. Victoria Frank, Dr. Elizabeth Ngozi Opaloenwe. The Central Bank of the Biafra Republic government in exile, we have the board members, Madam Bridget Mwajei, Mazi Chinedu Okoro, Mazi Ingele Stephen, and Mother Abuchi. In Agriculture Department, we have Mazi Okoro Henry Chijoke. The Bureau of the Firearms and Explosive, we have Mazi Sylvanus Ohariaku. In the Biafra Republic government in exile, Immigration Department, we have Leticia Akpara, Mazi Dim Brendan Chinonso. In the Biafra Republic government in exile, Information Technology and System Networking, we have Mazi Praise Egu. The regional Africa regional head, Mazi Praise Egu. We have the Biafra Republic government in exile, head of Igbo Nationality Council and traditional rulers. We have His Royal Highness the Coastal Guard of the Biafra land, homeland. We have Mazi PWR. At this point, we head straight to the Homeland Media Department. The Homeland Media Department, the head of the Homeland Media Department of the Biafra Republic government in exile is Mazi DMG. Board members, Mazi MHU, Mazi MSE, Mazi MOC, Mazi GA, Mazi C, Mazi MCA, and Mazi MCA. I want to inform Biafra people the reason why some of those serving in the Biafra Republic government in exile in the homeland, their name is being abbreviated is for security reason. Every person serving in the government have profile, detailed information. They are all Biafrans, professionals, and their assessment has been done, interview has been done professionally, and they are now part of the government. We have the structure back home. The leaders of the National Aquacross Nationality Council will be announced in the next phase. The leaders of the Coastal Region Nationality Council will be announced in the next phase. And most of the departments that are yet to have, to be elected will also be announced in the next phase. You can think of activated in this Biafra Republic government in exile, full cabinet working every hour of the day to see this happen. And our foreign affairs department is also breaking the ice, like the icebreaker. I want every one of you to listen to this. Biafra did not start today. Biafra were recognized by many countries in between the 67 and 70. And most of the countries that recognize Biafra have not And I want you all to understand that. And for that reason, I am going to play this particular history of Biafra. To make a comment. I want you to watch this.
Again, Africa, but also in great deal because of Portuguese missionaries who accompanied traders and officials to the West African coast in order to spread Roman Catholicism. They had done this in the Kingdom of Benin, dominantly Igbo-populated Biafra. If you want the quick answer, Biafra is a partially recognized secessionist state in West Africa that declared independence from Nigeria and existed from 1967 until 1970. Its territory consisted of the predominantly Igbo-populated territories in the area, but what it is, the historical context, and the reasons that led to independence are incredibly interesting, so I urge you to stick around and find out. Let's jump into it. What is Biafra? Let's start with the basics. The word Biafra is derived from two Igbo words, Bia, which means come, and Fra, which means take. And Biafra, the country, was named after the Biafra Bay. Its region was home to various ancient kingdoms, mostly dominated by the Igbo people, roughly in the area where Nigeria and Cameroon now are. A 1710 map indicates that the region with this name was one of great importance for European colonizers. And before we get into when Biafra declared independence and why, let's provide some historical context. Travel via the coast of Biafra is estimated to account for 13% of the total number of enslaved people taken from the western African coast. Despite some light Portuguese and then Spanish presence, the British were always the main colonial force, and in 1960, Nigeria became independent from the United Kingdom. Similarly to other new African states, the country's borders weren't exactly accurate when it came to old pre-colonial territories. The final organization was the one that most resembles the territory of modern Nigeria today, called precisely Colonial Nigeria since 1914. But before this, the colonial organization was actually more accurate and divided the territory in two, the Northern and Southern Nigeria protectorates. Northern Nigeria was a colony created from the territories of the old Sokoto Caliphate as well as the even older Kanem Bornu Empire. These two were mostly Muslim feudal states living in a semi-desert environment which even after British colonialism maintained some autonomy on the ground, while the Southern Nigeria Protectorate was different. It was created by the British to join three small colonies they had in that region. The Niger Coast Protectorate, originally called the Oil Rivers Protectorate. Here we can see a cool stamp from there with the figure of Queen Victoria. This territory had previously been controlled by numerous local rulers such as the Aro Confederacy, the Kingdom of Benin, the Oron Nation, the Kingdom of Boni, as well as Atakpa, which the British renamed to Duketown. The Lagos colony centered precisely on the port city of Lagos, which conquered the territory from the local Yoruba people, and the Royal Niger Company, a mercantile company chartered by the British government for colonial purposes in Africa, was also key in this territory as it enabled the British Empire to establish control over the lower Niger River against German competition. A fun fact, the Royal Niger Company was eventually integrated with Unilever, a British-Dutch company that exists up to today and mass produces consumer goods. The role of private companies in the story gets even more surprising as we go on. In 1900, the Southern Nigeria Protectorate and Northern Nigeria Protectorate passed from company hands to the British Crown, at the urging of Governor Frederick Lugard. The two territories were amalgamated as the colony and protectorate of Nigeria while maintaining considerable regional autonomy among the three major regions, the Northern Protectorate, the Southern Protectorate, and the colony of Lagos. So now that we have that historical context, we can understand why the people of Biafra are arguably different from the rest of Nigeria. The British amalgamation of different ethnic and religious groups into one federation created internal tensions which persist in Nigeria up to today. Like I mentioned, the north was mostly Muslim and feudal upon colonization, while the south was animalistic, more tribal, with many of its people then converting to Christianity, both due to the British presence, but also in great deal because of Portuguese missionaries who accompanied traders and officials to the West African coast in order to spread Roman Catholicism. They had done this in the Kingdom of Benin, also known as the Edo Empire, even before the British had established full colonial control. Not only was there this key religious difference between people of the south and the north, but also their culture as African civilizations was different. In the south, there were people of the Igbo culture, as well as the Yoruba, the Edo, the Ibibio, and the Ijao. In the north, the Yoruba were partially present, but none of the other ones were. Instead, there were people of Hausa, Arabic, Fula, and Kanuri cultures. Save some native empires, these people were always ruled separately, some in the north and some in the south. And even the British did it at first, but then, for administrative convenience, they joined them up together. It's even on the record. The so-called amalgamation of Nigeria was planned by the British government at the time. We can find it in the report of the Niger Committee from 1898. This report stated that combining those three jurisdictions would reduce administrative expenses and facilitate deployment of resources and money between the areas. You can even access the document itself today. I'll leave a link for it in the description, and they even say themselves, it is worth noting that racial, religious, and cultural differences were not the ultimate deciding factor. Oh, and by the way, I also found this super cool annual report for the Lagos colony from 1898, where they list out the income, expenses, and other interesting details about the British colonial activity in that region. I'll post a link to this in the description as well. And here comes another mistake. Not only did the British ignore regional differences and decide to unify the colonies, but they didn't even fully commit to it. Each region had a native administration staffed by locals and headed by the traditional rulers, mostly emirs in the north and often obas in the south. But even worse, when the British granted Nigeria its independence, they ignored the previous mistakes, and the whole joint colony was given independence as a single state. So now it's 1960, and Nigeria is independent as one country, but within it there is more than only one nation. Ethnic tensions had diminished during discussions of independence. They sort of had a common goal, get the British out, but after they did, ethnic and religious riots began to take place, many of which targeting Igbo people, natives to this Biafra region. These escalated more and more, culminating in the 1966 Igbo massacre. About 300,000 people are estimated to have died, with 1 million being displaced. So after this, a group of military leaders from Biafra organized a coup to separate themselves from Nigeria and establish their own nation. In 1967, they held a vote and the local governor declared independence as the Republic of Biafra. Their chosen flag consists of a horizontal tricolor of red, black, and green, charged with a golden rising sun over a golden bar. The 11 rays of the sun represent the 11 provinces of Biafra. The colors were taken from the coat of arms of the Eastern Administrative Region, and in turn, that coat of arms was based on the colors of the Pan-African flag. Because of this, it's similar to, for instance, the flags of Kenya and Malawi. It was also the inspiration for the flag of the short-lived Republic of Benin, consisting of the Biafran-occupied Midwestern region of Nigeria. This is a little bit of a tangent to the story, but the Republic of Benin, which by the way has little or nothing to do with the actual country of Benin today, was another territory of Nigeria which Biafran separatists occupied. It wanted to remain neutral in the conflict, but Biafra was scared that the non-Igbo population would side against them, and so they established a puppet state there, naming it after the region's capital, Benin City, and using a very similar flag to the one they used in Biafra. This strategy backfired though, and the Biafran occupation of this region turned residents against the secessionist cause and was even used by the Nigerian government as supposed justification to escalate the war against Biafra. But let's get back to the main story. What happened after the Declaration of Independence? Nigeria obviously didn't like or accept this, and so they declared war and invaded the separatist region.
I want you all to understand what is being said here. Okay? I want you to understand what was being said there. If you look at it, you understand there is reason why the map of Biafra has been adjusted today. We are not just here to make mouth or ourselves. We are here to get Biafra. That's exactly what our leader have made very clear. We are not here to be celebrity. We're here to get our freedom. So, the reason why we went to work and brought out the work of many years of our late Odumegwu Ojukwu, Colonel Ngobosi, and all great men of Biafra. They were the people that put hands together to go into negotiation before they died. Today, their work is alive under the autopiloted IPOB. Today, we have resurrected their work, and it is alive under the Biafra Republic government in exile. And here is the reason why the Biafra war failed between 1967 and 1970. Because of the issue of map. And we're not able to strategize very well. Of course, I wouldn't blame them. They have done their part. It is time for our part, and we're going to fight this differently. Our map is today different, and we are going to secure this particular map you see when the time comes. But this is not what I want to show you this evening. This is not what I want to show you from this video. There is something I want to show you from this video. So let us continue.
Biafrans weren't alone though. They were formally recognized as a sovereign state by Gabon, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Tanzania, and Zambia. This is an odd example. Usually these secessionist states are recognized by no one.
Did you hear that? Biafra people were recognized by Haiti, Tanzania, Gabon, and many countries. Usually, secessionist states do not recognize by anyone. Did you understand that? Secessionist states usually are not recognized by anyone. Yet, they will end up getting freedom. But Biafra were recognized by not one, not two, not three, many states. And I am telling you that the recognition has not been dropped, at least not to our knowledge. So you do not know what is going on behind the scene. You don't know. You are going to see wonder very, very soon. Let us go back a little bit.
Nigerian government as supposed justification to escalate the war against Biafra. But let's get back to the main story. What happened after the Declaration of Independence? Nigeria obviously didn't like or accept this, and so they declared war and invaded the separatist region. The Biafrans weren't alone though. They were formally recognized as a sovereign state by Gabon, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Tanzania, and Zambia. This is an odd example. Usually these secessionist states are recognized by no one, and many other nations.
Usually, these secessionist states are recognized by no one. But in Biafra, the Biafra Republic was recognized. And that is not usual. And that recognition is something that we are going to use judiciously in 2023. So let me tell you, the people that fought Biafra war did not fail. Ojukwu did not fail. Effiong did not fail. Colonel Ngobosi did not fail. Simon did not fail. All the people that you see that fought Biafra war did not fail. What they did is that they have laid foundation that IPOB, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, have resurrected, and today that structure is back. We are refining it. A new consultation is being made. Those who are not happy that they are not in the map at this point will join us at the end of the day. So we are not going to drag anybody, to come to us, and you are not going to also drag us with you to Nigeria. That's what we are doing. So today, nobody has come to condemn the new Unveil map. Have you heard it? Have you heard anybody coming to say, oh, this map is wrong? Of course, I know that as I'm saying it now, some people will come out. But I'm telling you, have you had anybody as before? You know, before, when you do PAM, you throw the map, and everybody, don't bring me inside. Hey, I'm not part of it. I am asking you, those of you in the media, because this particular Biafra Republic government in exile have gained the highest momentum and the highest publicity so far. In the history of Biafra, the government in exile have enjoyed the highest publicity, both in the Nigerian media, both in international media, everywhere. But upon unveiling the new map of Biafra, have you seen anybody from Nigeria, from any side, where this map, from people that found themselves in this map, have you seen anybody coming to say, oh, you people have started again, you have started again? Have you heard anybody like that? You can't hear. Rather, what you are hearing is that I did not see myself in the map. I did not see my place in this map. If you do not see your place in this map, do not worry. If you do not see your place, your territory, your village, your town in the map, do not worry. And if you believe you are a Biafran, don't worry. When we go to that bridge, you are going to cross with us. But for now, you see this map here is the updated map of Biafra we are fighting for. If you find yourself here at this stage, count yourself lucky. Count your community very, very lucky. But those who believe that they should be in the map and they are not in this map, do not lose hope. Do not lose hope. Your turn is coming. If you really want to be part of us, to enjoy state-of-the-art facility, to enjoy social benefit, to enjoy modern technological and advancement of a city that is built in a very modernized way, to enjoy underground train, as you can see in the map, to enjoy underground train in Africa, don't worry. All you need to do is to stay alert whenever we are leaving. Come with us. We will drag you and we are going to cross the bridge together. So I want to make it very clear today to those who have been complaining that I did not see my village. I believe every Biafra, this is out of consultation. You know, they say, you have not consulted us. Well, who did you consult? We did not consult this and did not consult that. We want to see those who will come to challenge the map, that they are not part of Biafra. You can't see that. You can't hear that. We have done consultation. And the consultation does not mean that everybody in the village will be carried, will come and consult it, but we have consulted and we are still consulting. And if we hear PM about anybody that say, oh, you did not consult me, we will consult you. We are doing it. It is not too big to do. Just summon courage. Summon courage and say, we did not consult you. Organize yourself wherever you are in homeland. And say, the Biafra Republic government in exile did not consult you. Write to us officially. The information where to contact the Biafra government in exile is there. It is not hidden. If you have people in the US, let them come to our house, the government house. It's going to be open very soon. Come there. Write us. Say that nobody have consulted you and give us your district or your province and you will be consulted. We will check our record. If we have not consulted you people, you will be consulted. So the door and the gate for consultation is open. It is going on. Anybody that feel that they need to be consulted, please come. The door is open. Tell us. This is not the time we are going to say, no, you are waiting for us. We are not waiting for you and all that. No. And we are not going to say, why are you waiting for somebody to consult you? Sorry. One moment.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
All right. So this is not the time to say that, who are you that we should come and consult you. No. That time, we mean business now. So if you think that your province, your district, or your state, that you were not consulted, and people of your place were not consulted, contact the Biafra Republic government in exile and consider it done. You will see it from us. As simple as that. The structure of the government. So we are not just in the exile alone. We are controlling the majority part of to know who they are, but it's strong. We are going to check on you first, because some people will go and set our people up. Oh, come, need to consult us, and then you don't try us. Do not try us. Don't just try us. Let it be genuine, because if you go and start making some funny so those people that claim that you have not consulted them, who have you consulted? I wonder now. This is not before. We have crossed every boundary, done everything. All jinx has been broken. I want those who always say consultation. Let them come out, and you find yourself in this map. And it is now manifested.
Nations provided military support for Norway, South Africa, and the Vatican, as well as non-state actors such as Médecins Sans Frontières and some Catholic institutions. In fact, it seems the widely useful and well-known Médecins Sans Frontières was actually created because of the conflict in Biafra. Some countries were also more active than others in their support. Portugal, for instance, provided weapons and munitions, as well as medicine and food, which were airlifted from São Tomé e Príncipe. The new country's currency was even printed in Portugal in their national mint. It's odd how the regime supported an independence movement in Africa, but at the same time repressed independence movements in their own African colonies. France's role was also key. There are some reports of French oil company Elf Equitan taking part in aiding the Biafrans. After all, South Nigeria is where the country's valuable oil reserves are. The whole south of the country is richer due to its environment and coastline. One of the arguments for the British wanting to unify the two colonies was balancing the north via the south's income. The French bet on supporting the Biafrans was to establish a profitable relation and to exploit those oil resources. The United States were able, but there was for Biafra. The American Committee to Keep Biafra Alive was founded by American activists pro-Biafra, and U.S. President Richard Nixon was sympathetic to Biafra, accusing a genocide against them and calling to intervene in the war to support them, being ultimately unsuccessful in his war. Other than oil, one of the reasons why, for instance, sided with Biafra was the fact reported by the conflict, as the case with many other African nations at this. The war lasted for by 1970.
Mazi Sonny, check whether you need to refresh.
What happened? Let me call him.
Whether the thing down.
I don't know whether it's in
Because the same couldn't happen.
Okay, Simon himself is refreshing.
To each person. Federal Nigerian government in Biafra compared to other parts of the country, and all of this led to an even lower trust equal people of Biafra. Nationalism emerged immediately after the end of the conflict, calling for the revival of Biafra. Various Biafrans as the indigenous people of Biafra, the movement for the act Biafra, and the Biafras. The point is that
so why I allow this thing to roll is for you to Biafra has opportunity, like Biafra has opportunity like no other country in the world. By this opportunity, we have identified how to harness this opportunity. We have identified free opportunity our forefathers created, and some people believe they failed, but they are past achievement. They have done in the past to add to what we have and get. In the coming weeks, you are going to see the rise of the Biafra taking charge of different. You are going to see it happen. It is not much. I'm telling you, now we are not into this. What and what from Nigeria, okay? You go step by step to teach you the developmental thing, what we are planning, and the development of this particular plan is still, since we're not going to unveil to you, especially on the issue of our border security on this map that I showed you, it's very visible on this map what this particular border security represents, from especially the red line. Biafrans are planning for that. You're not going to know at this point. And the cabinet of the Biafra Republic government in exile is not hidden. You see all the cabinet members. It is not. They are not hidden. We have, like I said, the cabinet, and more are coming. Depending on those who have shown interest. And of course, the finance department, the fundraising department called Biafra got privately from at this point, supporting the Eastern Security Network, supporting the Biafra.
Skip.
Those who so the government is taking responsibility. People who may be somewhere in the world, we help them, especially those seeking for international protection. Documents will be given to them, that they are Biafrans, and they are not supposed to criteria to be given a document to their various countries, immigration authorities. In the IPOB, where the people value money than anything, of dues. You'll be subjected to pay monthly dues. You'll be subjected to backdate get your dues and pay the 6 months backward and 1 year upfront and all that before they can write chunks and give to you to go and submit to the immigration authority. Biafra government in exile, the Foreign Affairs Office being headed by Barrister or Attorney Attorney Jane, will be responsible for drafting and writing recommendation letter to every Biafran all over the world. You don't need to pay for it. It is the responsibility of the government recommendation letter to every Biafran all over the world. You don't need to pay for it. It is the responsibility of the government, and government has taken that responsibility. Provide and officially. If you are seeking asylum in the name of Biafra anywhere in the world, you no longer have to fall under any IPOB. You are falling under the Biafra government. Biafra government will take responsibility of providing you with recommendation letter without payment. You don't need to pay. But the government, like I said, have also the fundraising team being headed by Dr. Ruby Nadi and Mazi Nkere Ogechukwu. In addition to that, the New Dimension Group is still being chaired and led by Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. They are also part of a group that are, supervising the fundraising and then also organizing fundraising for Eastern Security Network and Biafra, also for Biafra Medical Mission, those who will provide medical services to people that are sick and people that are injured by the Nigeria state. And we have our own doctors that are working tirelessly to fix things and make sure that our people do not die out of, negligence or out of lack of medical care. That is happening, and you must be part of this Biafra liberation to understand how to benefit from these particular medical services. As time goes on, the services will be more broad and spread across Biafra land, and it will not be hidden. But for this time, at this point, we are, being security conscious until we gain more ground in Biafra land. And that's what we are working on without wasting any time. I want to thank you for being part of this program. Tomorrow we are going to come again with evidence-based live broadcast, where we will bring evidence to you on the next project. Immediately Biafra is restored, on the next project that the development of Biafra department will have to offer to you. We have made open and public the strategic strategic plan for the next 10 years of Biafra, where estimated budget were made public and posted. Some of you do not know what is going to happen and how it is going. So we're going to take you step by step. Is what the health department is planning. I hope that I will have that time to start presenting to you department by department on this program, where they are going to come and tell you the plan they have. Of course, there are people that are very good in explaining things, and I'm one of them. So even if they tell you what they have planned for Biafra, I am going to explain it with their materials. So from me, I thank you very much for watching this program, and I would like to get a feedback. And the feedback will be, all right, I think my attention has been called to something. The Foreign Affairs Department is being headed by Attorney Jane Onyi Ikezi. Attorney Jane Onyi Ikezi is heading the Foreign Affairs Department. Attorney Jane is well experienced international relation experience. She has actually worked with the UN, with the United Nations, and I think we have to start explaining or having some brief profile of those who serve in Biafra Republic government in exile. Not just the name and the title, doctor, professor, this and that. We need to have a brief profile, so that Biafra people will know those, the caliber of those serving you in different capacity in Biafra Republic government in exile. I am telling you, these are the big wigs and people that have actually something to offer, people that have brain, people that are making things happen in their various communities and countries of residence. So we are not just bringing people of Achikote Ekwono and Otakara people, or people from Kuwait that does not have any profile, or people that, the people we are, having in the cabinet are professionals, doctors and professors. You all have seen it. Some people don't even want to, put their title. But anyway, so it is important that you know. So we have people who have experience in international relation, we have people who are experienced in the healthcare system, people who are experienced in military service, intelligence and all that. We have police, we have military, people that are well trained and have served in their different places where they live, and they are now bringing their idea and their experience to Biafra. I thank you very much, everyone. Madam Azoka, thank you very much. And our Madam Azoka is the Secretary of Defense. She is my defense secretary. Madam Azoka, Charles Swankwo have done a very good job, So we have fought all this thing through, and they will continue to fight until Biafra is restored. Madam Azoka is the Defense Secretary of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and we're woman. They are, some of them are mocking me that I carry woman and around myself. I'm very, very smart person. They don't know. Women. Only do say whenever our women join this struggle, that Biafra has come. I think I am the one using that particular adage very judiciously. The country where I live knows the value of women. So we are changing that particular narrative in Africa. I was in a meeting where a woman from Africa was telling me, that, she was like, I am happy to sit where Simon Ekpa is sitting today. And everybody was, the white people there was surprised. Why are you happy to sit where Simon Ekpa was sitting? This thing just happened like a few weeks ago. And the woman was like, do you know this person sitting here? That if it happens to be in Igbo Union activities, she dare not to sit where I'm sitting. And I was feeling embarrassed, I was really, really embarrassed with that. And everybody, and there are women that are like, professors, women, professors sitting in that table. And then I was waiting for an opportunity to explain to them that things have changed. So I waited and waited and waited for opportunity. And the opportunity later came. So I started explaining to them, please, you should not believe this woman. It is not, she's not actually up to date on what is going on. That in our Biafra government, we have women who are, who have taken different powerful positions and strategic positions, and they are doing wonders. That this particular, mentality of women in Africa belong to somewhere and they are not going to be part of anything is a lie. That we have actually defeated it in Biafra. That Biafra's struggle have proven otherwise. We are proven to be more civilized than any other nation, even in our struggle for independence. You can see women have taken very big roles in what we are doing. In the government today, I think we have more women than the men. I think this needs to be looked into. I want Chief Ima, please, I want you to give us ratio of men and women in the department, in our cabinet. It is something that we need to take into consideration to know how many men do you have in the cabinet and how many women do you have in the cabinet. It is very, very important. I think by tomorrow I will be able to present it to Biafra people to know out of almost 100 people, how many are women and how many are men. It is very good to know. So I try to correct this impression, created by this woman, that if it happens to be in a Igbo gathering, she dare not to sit on the same table with me. I defended myself. I said, no, that is not true. That everything have changed. We respect women. We are, respecting them, and because they have a lot to offer in Africa, they have they actually lose the experience that women bring to the table, and that is why some of all these idiots that claiming to be fighting for Biafra, while Mazina Bikano is shouting, when our women will join this struggle, we are going to get Biafra. They are telling you and mocking Simon Ekpa that Simon Ekpa ran himself with women. You understand? These are people fighting two opposites. The person you call your leader, who you are following, claim to be following, is telling you, any day the women join this struggle, Biafra will come. And then you are now fighting somebody who actually is doing exactly that thing by recognizing the experience of women. And they will say, oh, Simon Ekpa is a woman. Woman is controlling. Let them control me. So long as Biafra is going to come with a combination of the experience of men and women. Who cares? Who cares? Women have a lot of things to offer, and they are offering it. In Finland, we have had women prime minister, women president. They lead this country. And this country is one of the best countries in the world. Can you beat that? The answer is no. I want you to know that our line is open only for those watching through the Enter Biafra. We're going to open the line and receive few calls before we call it a day. I hope I will be coming very early like this so that I will have strength. I think I've rested enough because I have too much energy today, even when I have cold. So our line is open, telephone is open. You can call only for those watching through the Enter Biafra. The line is open. Call us and give us feedback for this broadcast today. The line is open. Go to Enter Biafra, click. Thank you very much. You're welcome to the program.
Man, good morning.
Good morning from here. Good evening from here. Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
So go ahead. I'm hearing you.
I thank God for you. I thank God for using you so much.
Thank you. Go ahead. Just talk. I'm listening. I'm hearing you. Oh my God. All right. Please, when you call, just talk. I'm hearing you. You're welcome to the program. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Maazị biko ka m na-watch ihe a sista nwanne nwaanyị na-akpọ from Germany ka m na-watch ihe a ihe na-agbago gị n'anya bụ na-eche ụdị mmadụ gị na onye ndu
I cannot hear you. Go ahead. Start. Oh my God. I lost her. Please call back. Call back. And when you are using this phone, please just, that the line is very sensitive. So don't allow your ear to touch the distance, otherwise it's going to go off. So call back, please. We lost you. Our sister from Germany, please call back. Our sister from Germany, call back, please. Hello.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your line is making noise. Are you there? Hello? All right. Call back, call back, call back. We want to take call until the next at least 20 minutes. You're welcome to the program.
Okay, Mazi, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Is it okay now?
It's okay now, yes. Go ahead.
Oh, thank God. I'm so happy, honestly. Since I have been trying to call on this center Biafra, in fact, I'm blessed today.
You're
God
welcome.
bless you, Mazi.
You're welcome.
May God continue to give you the energy,
Amen.
the strength, because honestly, you are really changing the gear.
Amen.
So, let me just wap you also. I appreciate you so much for the step you have made. Honestly, you see this Biafran government in exile. Since the day, in fact, you opened this, I swapped it today. I am feeling, that is my joy lies to 90% in everything I'm doing in my life. Sometimes I move in the road, people will ask me, why are you laughing? I tell them, say, we are getting somewhere. Honestly, because this body is a very powerful platform that will give complete. In fact, you can now have a diplomatic platform to negotiate, to talk to outside the government. I come the name of you know. May God continue to inspire you. Again, Maz, please, I want to appeal for one thing. Because of this voice of Biafra in our land, because this information, we need to be getting information back in the grassroots.
Yes.
Because for a long time, you never talk about this. I'm so worried because these
Now,
people,
you know, my brother.
this radio.
Yes, you know one thing. You know,
Yes.
we have you know.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we have source for fund for VOB, and then most of these things were overwhelmed by the security need. So we focus on making sure we put our house together in exile first, and then now that we have done that, and now we have activated all the department, almost all the departments of the government. Now that we have formed the government and functional, recognized, registered in the United States, recognized and become entity, and we are spreading the wing of the government by opening office in other parts of the world. Finland, them, South Africa is one of them. Now we are going to focus. We are going to focus on the voice of Biafra in Biafra land to make it go. So everything is. We know what we are doing. Why we are still very silent on the voice of Biafra is because we know we are doing what we call alternative for God. Alternative for God is that no matter how.
I can't hear you again.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So like I said, we adopt a system in economics called alternative for God. Alternative for God is that you go for what you needed most. So we know that no matter how things is in Biafra land, our messages, when we want it to go through and penetrate the people of Biafra, especially those in primitive places, it is going to get to them. Even though the voice of Biafra is not there, there is a way the message passes across. We go, pass across to them. But now there are things that we needed to do that needed also resources and needed fund. And so when those funds come, what we did was to choose alternative for God to set, make the structure and the foundation of this liberation very strong. Okay? To make it global. And that's what we have done so far. Now we are going to focus on making our voice of Biafra, spread across Biafra land. That's the next step we're going. And that is going to be happening simultaneously with the liberation of Biafra.
That is very good because information is power.
Yes.
Because these people, they are misusing the effort of our leader. Could you believe last time these people were just discussing something that doesn't even concern.
Yes.
Somebody just put
Can we not waste our time on issues that doesn't matter, please? Let us focus on what we are doing. We have gone far.
Okay.
We don't need us to discuss. You don't know where we don't know how far we have gone. Believe me. If you people know what we have gone too far.
Is please, in case if any of them is still the radio, the ones that is functioning, if it's possible, like I can see that we always engage talks on Twitter Space. If it's possible to be connecting the one that is already functioning in this Twitter Space, I believe it will also help to spread the message. And thank you so much. May God bless you. Bless everybody in this cabinet. I pray that God will continue to lead you, give you this power and the wisdom that you have been. We are seeing what is going on. You are trying, honestly. And anybody that want to attack you, you told them that you will be their end, because you came here you came to this struggle with clean hand. I started following you from the day you begin to broadcast from 2019. I begin to follow. I never see you deviate. That word of our leader, consistency, I swear, I saw it in you, and it's in you. I did not see you in any greedy or any personal interest. Anybody talking anything outside this, that person don't know you or don't follow you from the beginning. And I pray that God will continue to give you this spirit to be selfless in this service that you come. And I see that you love your people. That is why you are doing this. And may God love you more than you love us.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. All right. We need more callers, please. More feedback. More feedback. The line is open. Only on Enter Biafra you are going to make this call. Only on Enter Biafra. The line is open. Do we have You're welcome to the program.
Hello, Master Simon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I sounding like a voice that I know.
Yeah, this is... Sorry?
Sounding like a voice that I know.
Yeah, this is Kiwa.
Yes. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so happy, you know. This is exactly new dimension Matthew was talking about, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and you've proven to us also that you are, in fact, not even 50 men. It's 100 men in one. And, you know, I say, may the good Lord guide and protect you, okay, for all you've been doing for Biafra. And I pray for more wisdom and understanding, okay?
Amen.
No evil fashion against you shall prosper in Jesus' name.
He say.
Amen.
Yes. We have gathered more than 100 now for Yendu.
Wow.
Yes.
I see now.
At least everybody can see that Yendu have more than 100 now.
Yeah, right done, bye.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. Yeah.
Line is still open. We have just a few minutes to go. And please, our media, Iwuji, please try to make this particular video available immediately after the broadcast, please. Very, very important. We don't want the upload to be more than 30 minutes after the broadcast. Very important, please. So immediately after the broadcast, please upload it so that your website. You're welcome to the program. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Good evening from here. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mark.
Yes. Go ahead.
Good evening. This is Unveil talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know when you come online, but I just go to Twitter space now. I saw somebody sharing a program. So I decided to. I don't know you're on. So
Okay.
I just want to thank you for what you're doing. Then later I'll listen to the broadcast.
All right. All right. The broadcast will be uploaded in the next 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Those who always don't watch the program from you don't know when we are live. Very soon our app will be ready. So once you download it, it will give you a notification that we are live, just like YouTube. That's what we are going. So if you did not, always check the Enter Biafra channel to know when our broadcast is live.